12 things you may not know about Undertale and saves. Hello everyone. I guess we should get right into this, shouldn't we? There are a lot of facts about Undertale and the AUs people don't know, or simply overlook. In fact, a lot of it is clouded by fan and clutter, or people can't find the original content and they just assume things are true. For instance, think that the ship of Eliza and horror is canon when it's not. So let's stop this mayhem, starting with number 1. Papyrus and Puns. Ah yes, the great Papyrus, culinary genius, puzzle-making master, and lover of puns. Yes, you heard that right. Papyrus loves puns. He just hates skeleton puns because he has to hear them from Sans all the time. I mean, if you had a brother who is constantly pestering you with the same puns all the time, wouldn't you get tired of them? If you think I'm pulling your leg, you better hold on to your skull, my friend. 'Cause guess what? There's proof he likes him. He made a few, not counting the one as he made as a revenge shot at Sans. That was a skeleton, which I don't think he even liked. Wait for it. There. See? He made a pun. But that's not the only one he's made. He shows off some of his comedic talent when you call him at different times. Here's some screenshots. Papyrus really is a cool dude. Alright, next. Number 2. The Reaper's Lover. Did you know Reaper Sans has a canon ship? No, it's not Gino. Jenna, not Gino. That's just a Christmas party thing. He's actually canonically shipped with his Toriel. Yep, that's right. In Reaper Tale, Sans is with Toriel. But thanks to the Christmas party AU, after death, aka Reaper x Gino, became a popular ship. Yep, that's right, guys. That ship is Crayon Queen's fault. Oh well, it's an amusing ship. Huh. This one was rather quick. Well, guess we have room for more Reaper facts. Number 3. Hate flirting. People seem to think Reaper hate flirts, or at least is extremely flirty. Honestly, believe it or not, he rarely flirts. And when he does, it seems to be more heartwarming or romantic. Well, except for one, which was the time Toriel gave him the flower. But he can be pretty romantic and sweet. He doesn't hate flirt. Once again, that was just a CPAU thing. And that's because CQ wanted to make a funny comic, which she succeeded with. Well, on to fact number 4. The Horrifying Truth. The way Horror Sans got that hole in his skull is darker and more messed up than many believe. He didn't get it because his Undyne threw a spear through his skull. She did something else. In Horror Tale, Sans has an actual glowing blue and yellow eye in his socket. Well, the core had stopped working, and they were needing to fix it. She didn't think Sans' plan was going to work, and decided that his eye could power it, as it held a large amount of his power. And, well, as you can see, she ripped it out, leaving a big wound. Ouch! And in case you're wondering how he got the red eye, well, he made a guard's face explode, and took one of their eyes and shoved it in his socket. Well, on to number 5, which is another Horror Tale one. Oh jeez. That lovely fact reader couldn't think of a name for it. At least you're honest. Anyways, I actually like this fact. Horror Sans doesn't eat humans. He actually hasn't eaten anything in 7 years. And believe it or not, he actually gave Papyrus specific orders to smack him with a bat that has a rock tied to it if he ever tried to eat anything that moves. So he's been starving for 7 years. But he doesn't want to eat anything because A, he has a promise to keep, and B, others need food more than he does. like Papyrus. And people think horror Sans is insane. Number 6. Past revealed. Air Sans. We love him, and some love to hate him. But did you know he was originally Gino? Yes, I said it right that time. Yep, he was. I'm pretty sure quite a few people know that. But there's something they don't know. He remembers his past later on in the story. Honestly, a whole video could be made about him, and common misconceptions about him. But that's for another time. Number 7. The true name. Alright, this is an incredibly little known fact. No, this has nothing to do with Kara. This fact is about Dusttail Sans. While most people know him as Dust, that's not his proper nickname. It's actually Murder. Yes, Murder is his name and his profession. But I can understand why people change it. Imagine going up to someone saying, "Hi, I'm Murder." Also, most AU Santas go by the name of their AUs. Epic is named after Epic Tale, Horror is named after Horror Tale, and Killer is named after Killer Tale. You get the gist. Alright, let's get off of the facts about Santas for a bit with number 8. What the frisk? A lot of people seem to think Frisk's eyes are always closed. I mean, if they were, how would they get around? I mean, they keep blindly running into walls. Honestly, that's just the way their eyes look. Some eyes look smaller than others. I mean, look at Kara's eyes. Eyes don't close vertically, but they're a lot like Frisk's, only on their sides. So Frisk has small eyes that are likely brown or black, judging by the sprite. Also, same goes for Kara. Those don't look red to me. On to number 9. Sans win where they won. I'm pretty sure a lot of people know who Paper Jam is. But for those who don't know, in one of the alternate multiverses, the paint and strings left over from a battle between Ink and Air fused and created Paper Jam. Ink took care of him, if it can even be called that, for a little while. Error tries to avoid him as much as possible because he wants nothing to do with him. Most people consider PJ a ship child, which isn't entirely wrong, but they were never meant to be one. Also, he's not a kind cinnamon roll, as you can see. He's blunt and salty. That's probably because, for the most part, he was rather neglected. He needs to work on his parent skills. Anyways, now that we've got that out of the way, on to what this fact is about. A lot of people think Paper Jam is a Sans. They're actually not one. They don't even have bone attacks and blasters, they just have strings and paint. Number 10, literally everything to do with Dreamtail, specifically the newt. Dreamtail has an amazing story to it, but people misunderstood a few things. For instance, Dream wanted to stay with Nightmare and not leave him alone, but Nightmare encouraged him to go spend time with others. Plus, Nightmare started closing himself off from everyone when more people were starting to, I guess we could say, bully him, as that was basically what was happening. People bullied him. We all know what happened next. People were angry. Dream tried to hold them back. Nightmare ate the dark apples and was corrupted. Nightmare was gone, and the goopy octopus that we all love to hate and hate to love was what remained. Now, what some people don't know is that a voice told Nightmare to eat the apples, or rather told him to get stronger. Honestly, if people wanted to kill me because I accidentally did something like he did, I would probably try to get stronger to defend myself too. But, as we know, that's not exactly what happened. He became what the people saw him as, an evil being that wants nothing but the suffering of others. On a side note, sorry for stopping this informative video, but I just wanted to point out something. Can we take a moment to appreciate this heart-wrenching moment? Nightmare told Dream not to forget who he used to be. He knew that in a few mere moments he would be gone forever. I swear, Dreamtail is one of the saddest AUs out there. It's right up there with Flowerfell in the feels-inducing department. Anyways, back to the topic. A voice told Nightmare to get stronger, and that's what he did. He ate the apples and was corrupted by them. Now that has been fully discussed, on to the next thing about Dreamtail. Oops. I just realized I didn't follow this one. It's not really an AU, which Joku has explained. That is pronounced Joku, right? While it does exist within the Undertale multiverse, it is not a true AU. It's just a universe, not an alternate universe. In fact, not even Nightmare and Dream really know this. They think it's an AU too. So, if you don't know this, don't feel bad. The two Guardians don't either. Now, I could do a full fact thing and character analysis for Dream, but there's already a whole analysis for him that exists on Tumblr. Feel free to check it out. It explains Dream's powers, personality, everything. You can find it on Joku's Tumblr since Joku reblogged it. It's actually pretty cool. Anyways, on to the next thing. Dream and Nightmare aren't Sanses. They never were in the first place. While they do have the body of Sanses, or at least they do for now, they aren't. Those are just shells for them to live in. They will actually be getting human forms, which are apparently made out of light. Next fact! Number 11. Emotionless? Is Killer emotionless? Well, a lot of people think he is. Or if not, he's an adorable little bean. Neither one's entirely right. He's not emotionless, but he's not an adorable little bean either. It mostly depends on which stage his soul is on. He actually explained the stages to Color in a comic. Stage 1 is the normal stage, where he's perfectly fine. Stage 2 is the stage where he becomes difficult to trust and is more dangerous. Stage 3 is the stage where you need to get away, or he'll kill you. There was a 4th stage mentioned, but the comic didn't go into detail. It was only brought to attention by the hallucination of Kara. But by the sounds of things, it's not good. I honestly feel bad for Killer. He doesn't want to hurt anybody. He wants everything to go back to the way it was. He wants Papyrus back, his friends back. He wants to be himself again. But he can't. He has to kill. Plus, if his soul starts to fix itself, Nightmare will intervene and make sure it goes back to its 2nd stage. That jerk. Anyways, aside from this, Killer is often emotionally numb. But he does have a soft spot for adorable animals, like cats. Yes, Killer likes cats. Of course, he has to be careful and make sure Nightmare doesn't catch him playing with any, or, well, let's just say something bad will happen. As a comic has shown, it's not going to be shown because it was posted quite a while back and can't be found. Anyways, on to the next fact. Number 12. The guardian of your creations. You probably know who this one's about. If you know about the AUs, you know about Ink. He's probably one of the most well-known AU Sanses there is. And one of the most popular. I mean, it makes sense. He's always encouraging artists to keep working hard, to keep making AUs. Yes, he encourages artists to create AUs. He doesn't create them. He's not a god, he just protects AUs, because he finds them entertaining, and that's honestly the only reason he protects them. He enjoys their stories, he doesn't care about the feelings of the people within them. The world in itself, and the effort the creators put into it, is what matters. Each AU has its own story, all of which are fascinating in their own way. That's actually why Ink and Dream aren't friends and the stars disbanded. Ink and Dream have very different views, but that's for a different time. This fact is about Ink's role. He protects. He doesn't create. He is in no way a god. He can die. The only thing that prevents him from dying is his ability to dodge. If he wasn't light on his feet, an opponent like Air or Nightmare could easily beat him. All you have to do is take his vials and smash them. Then fight him until he gets exhausted. Heck, Kamayat even said he was easy to beat. Well, those are the facts for the day.